A quick story from Action Network tennis expert, beloved enigma raconteur Daniel Scotti.
So it's the 2017 US Open. At this point in the day, I kind of just needed a break, so I was like walking towards the small courts in the back to try and sneak a cigarette. But on my walk over, I noticed that on one of these small courts, Paolo Lorenzi is warming up. And if you don't know Paolo Lorenzi, he's like a 35-year-old Italian grinder, just like a complete pit bull. Like nobody tries harder than him on tour. And he's set to play this Portuguese hothead, Joao Sosa. So, within seconds, I'm sitting front row, courtside, if you will, with an exorbitant amount of money on Lorenzi. And as the match begins to play out, and, I'm cheering audibly for Lorenzi as a normal person does, I notice that the people sitting directly next to me are, shooting me these death stares. Placard on their chair was, reserved for family of player. And since they weren't cheering when I was cheering, I recognized pretty quickly that these were, Joao Sosa, Lorenzi's opponents, immediate family. And, as the match is playing out, I'm gonna be honest, I started getting into it, with the dad, which is, sick. He didn't want me cheering for Lorenzi, at all. And, I'm thinking to myself, you should take a cab over to, the Garden and see what the Knicks have to deal with from their own fans every night. This is nothing. Welcome to New York. But there was a point in the third set, completely pivotal point, not only in the set, but the overall match. 4-all in the tiebreak. Epic rally that ends in a Sosa unforced error, and I kind of just, let my emotions flow at that point. And I just yell, "Come on," and hold my fist out kind of theatrically like a three-point shooter would his release hand. And this completely set Sosa off. He immediately took 13 steps towards the divider between the court and the seats, walks right up to me, and is like, "So you're betting, right?" And at that point, I just really wasn't about to lie to dude's face. So I was just like, see, with this shit-eating grin on my face. He walks back and you could just tell that he was completely mentally crushed. I just had gotten into his head for whatever reason. He goes on to lose the next 2 points, lose the set, lose the match. Needless to say, I hightailed it out of that court pretty quickly and watched my back the rest of the tournament, but don't ever let somebody tell you that cheering hard for a bet can't affect the outcome.